Alright, good evening guys. It is your girl Mitch Gaming and we are live again for the semi-finale. We are in the day 3 and these are the Star Rush Galaxy League Games Season 4. I mean, sorry about not starting while it was starting. I have some serious issues with the lights. I hope they don't go off when we are live. But yeah, at the end of the day, we made it here. We are live and the games have officially just begun. We're in the first game of the night. It is going to be 4 games again. Yesterday we had similar 4 games. We had a lot of interesting fights happening. Actually, we had teams doing their best there, trying to survive. We had a map like Miramar that was actually very slow. But then when the zone became smaller, teams now are getting closer to each other. Now the fights and the violence began. So let's see what's going to be happening tonight for game 1. And yesterday we started with Sanhok. I mean, a lot happened there. Teams were taken back to lobby unexpectedly. We had a lot of fights that we did not really anticipate to happen because it was just the first game and people already, engaging and losing their fights. But if you're already here, welcome to the live stream. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing because we are watching the best of the best. These are the SRG League games. You know you're going to be seeing a lot of good teams participating from Group A to D. So make sure you just shout out your best team and enjoy the game. So looking at the flight path there, it's coming from the southeastern side of Miramar all the way to Trailer Park, and I can already see teams have landed on the usual landing spots. They've landed on places they feel that they want to land or they feel that work for them, and we already have teams crowding Los Leons. That means you're going to be having early fights over there. Oh, actually the update is here, so I hope you guys are enjoying the update already. The faster fight is already happening. 3 Crowns Esports are already engaging in a fight. Oh damn, sorry about that guys. I didn't know I put my mic off and didn't put it back on. Sorry. So basically we already have fights happening. We have see like 3 Crowns basically already engaging in the fight. Quilla unfortunately has been taken back to lobby. His teammate Cloud is also down, and our Quexa yesterday was actually doing a really good job, was clutching, getting those kills for his team. Now he's basically the last person remaining from his team. There are 3 teams at the same place. You have team 21, we have team 16, that is a Neon, and then we also have team 22, that is SMK. We want to see what's going to be happening there, so we're going to be on the lookout for a few just to make sure we don't miss any fight that happens there. But according to what's happening right now, 3 Crowns are less 2 players, leaving just the 1 guy remaining, that is Quexa. For SMK, he's around together as his teammate. And for Neon, let's see what Neon is up to right now. For Neon, they are a full team, so lucky for them. They have people around, but then Wizard seems to be quite far from his teammate. That might actually be a disadvantage. So I'm hoping he plans to get closer to his teammates. But then SMD losing players to E-sports. We saw a fight happening there previously, and it seems like it is still going on. Pain Africa as well taking on some hits. So let's go there real quick. Takas is a low. Pony has been taken back to lobby, quite unfortunate. We have Fireboy being very low as well. Venom's aside. Let's see what Venom is up to. I don't know what happened, but then it seems like teams did not land in places they expected to land. They do not have loot. They're getting forced to engage in fights. So I do understand the pressure here for a team like Pain Africa. You can see for Venom, this is where you have to make the desperate moves there. Oh, seems like Quexa, last player from 3 Crowns, has been taken back to lobby. Like I was saying, for a situation like this, you can see players like Venom, players we know are aggressive, but then they do not have loot. They did not land at the right place, and now they're being forced to go for those desperate moves where you have to think through it before you can go anywhere, before you can go for a push, before you can expose yourself, because now you don't have loot. So basically the main thing you can do is just camp it out and wait for your chance to be there, and then now you can finally engage in the fight. We have a team here, Vanguard. They were also engaging in a fight against Pain Africa. We saw them getting at least one of the players there all the way back to lobby, when you still see the players from Pain Africa quite close to them. But let's just have a quick survey of where everyone else is right now. You have Tactical Team, Beno Babies, Tone, and 6 yesterday. They were also very entertaining, so we are going to be seeing what's happening there as well. We have Generation Z, Thomas, Kevin, Kazuz, and Zaki. Very strong players, very interesting players, to be honest, and that's also a team you're going to be looking out for. We have Hash. Yesterday, Hash, unfortunately, I couldn't really capture their fights because a lot is happening. Well, basically the fights were happening concurrently. Teams were being forced to get closer to each other, and the fights were happening too soon that I didn't really anticipate to happen. But for tonight, we're going to try our best and maybe see what Hash is up to and what we are going to be expecting coming from their end. We have also teams now really need to start moving towards the safe zone. The zone is now shifting. The safe zone will now be the best place to be, and that is the safe zone in Los Leones. Mina General is going to be Impala. Those areas seem to be the safest, but then every single team right now landed far out. I don't know why or what's their strategy for that, but they seem to have chosen to be out that far. We have S2K taking on a fight. I think my mic is a little bit loud. Just give me a second. I hope it's not that loud. But it seems like a Gaff losing players. Let's just go there real quick and see what is happening here. Grave. Clips has been taken back to lobby. Yesterday, Clips proved to be the man with the best praise when it came to Scar Els. But then their teammate there, Grave, has been taken back to lobby. Chiro is still down, and we have Revenge there being the only person remaining from his team. Is going to be forced to do a whole clutch there. S2K getting ready to go for that push. One of their teammates is already down. A revive should probably happen now because as you can see, the teammates are not really that close. Oh, damn. What? Is it picking audio? Oh, yeah, it is. I thought the capture card was not picking my audio. Sorry. But it is. So we have S2K and we have Gaff. They have already lost at least 3 of their players. So 1 person remains. And then now Mao E-sportz are getting closer. I told you about this team yesterday. They are very, very strategic. Like, they will wait till the end for you guys to make a mistake, and then now you'll see them coming in, trying to do their thing. They're trying to get some damage happening. So I mean, we're just going to be waiting to see how that is going to happen and what is going to happen exactly on the players from S2K. It's like 21st Century as well is around the corner. They've been able to get a knock here on S2K, on Gaff, sorry. As they engage in a fight against the S2K team, Light, they are getting damaged. We can actually see the damage there. Seems like the player from Gaff here trying to get the cover fire, and actually he did it. And now Chiro will be able to get the revive on his knocked teammate. 21st Century, third part in this fight. Mao E-sportz as well, watching from afar, waiting for that chance to go for that push on the players from Gaff. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because now they have to be careful. Mao E-sportz is watching this from afar. That's going to be costing them. They're going to be exposed to a lot of third-party fights. That is S2K and Gaff, because they're basically sandwiched right now. 21st Century getting one of their teammates knocked there. We have 4B77. Another strong player yesterday. We are actually going to see what he's up to. They've been doing a lot of flanking from yesterday. I mean, I'm going to take reference from yesterday because I was impressed. I basically had the time of my life watching these games, and I hope you guys do the same. Hope you guys get to enjoy, because that flank did make it, but then 4B7's sprayed not make sense. And now RJC watching from afar, 925, a player that we've been seeing dominating the lobbies, and now we have at least 4 teams at the same place. I mean, that's another thing we're going to be talking about, because how is everyone right now closing in on each other. Everyone is getting closer on each other, and we have the player, the RJC, trying to get closer on the player from S2K. But then what he doesn't know is that the 21st Century is right next to him. So is S2K. They have made their way all the way to where 21st Century was. S2K player is on alert, but then unfortunately again S2K is getting sandwiched right now. We have Mao E-sportz getting the damage. They're getting the knocks and the thrust on the players from S2K. They basically waited for this chance and they took it as it came to them on a silver platter. I mean, that's basically what happens when you play in a competitive scene. You just have to be at the right place at the right time. If you are at the place where you are right now and it is the wrong place and the wrong time, or the right place but the timing is wrong, you're probably going to be having a hard time trying to survive there. But then again, if you're already in the live, do that thing and share. Make sure you share this live till your friends say you're annoying. Make sure you get to that level. Mao E-sportz are getting one of their teammates and knocked right now. Seems like the fight is still happening. They're now getting one of their players getting knocked, that is Aatrox, and they have the players from Gaf closing in as well. We have Harty and needs to be careful because Chiro might just be spotting him right there, but then his teammate Aatrox has been taken back to lobby. We have Revenge as well, trying to get closer. RJC still at the same place right above the hill here, trying to see if they can third party this fight, if they can have something happening, because why not? Okay, I had to confirm for you guys if you can hear me clearly, because the audio can try and well, overshadow me sometimes, but I can hear it is actually okay. Everything is fine. And you have RA7, another team taking on a fight right now. Oh damn, I think that audio is fine. It seems okay. I think everyone is good now. So when you look at the zone now, teams are far away from the zone. You have a team all the way in Campo Militar. I don't know how they're going to make it to the safe zone. We have Vanguard engaging in a fight. Teams are really far out in the zone. You can see where RA7 is right now, and they seem to be comfortable taking on a fight right outside the zone. That might not be the best thing to do, and we want to see between Vanguard and Pain Africa. We have at least two players actually from Vanguard down right now. Two of them remaining. We have Quish and Artist. They are the only ones remaining from their side. We want to know what is going to be their deal, what is going to be their strategy. Pain Africa just getting to try and thirst, and we have Monkey being taken back to lobby. Artist having now to do that thing together with Chris trying to get their knocks here, and of course the damage is really getting there on Venom. He's low, he's not going to get revived at this point, and we have Takas with the cover fire getting a spray there and knocking one of the players there from Vanguard. I don't know about Pain Africa, but then tonight seems like it's just not their night. A lot is just happening there. I can see they're saying RJC, Mao, and SWAT Europa. Those are the teams you're going to be looking at, because we have a beautiful lady there saying that those teams are the teams we need to be looking at. So we are going to be, of course, having a look at what is happening and see what they're going to be doing for us tonight. But we have Fire taking on a Vanguard as well. But now looking at Team 13, getting closer to RJC, a team we need to be careful on 6. But then he's not going to be careful because of the 3 fires. And like I said, it's a team we need to be careful about. And he immediately gets a lot happening there. The damage, and the player has been taken back. Lobby, we have another nade getting cooked up here by Hate. Yesterday he was on fire. I mean, they tried to do their thing there. They took teams back to lobby. I don't know about tonight, but then we are just going to wait and see what is going to happen between these teams. You have RE, another very interesting team. I don't know what they're planning to do, but I hope what they're planning to do works out, because if it doesn't, RJC will be having a good time. Hate and his teammate D-Roll are now going to be forced to try and engage in that fight. Hate, I mean, I told you that Kobe, but then Reverb, the nade comes in, does get another Kobe on this guy. That means it's basically 2 for 2. It's basically the law of what? I've forgotten about it. Oh, let's get it. 925 nade there. Get into get a damage here on a duel. He's still trying to get a push happening there. He needs to be careful. There's a team behind him. RJC 925 actually very much damaged. The smoke here, the reverb did take place, and a reflex from D-Roll getting another knock on the players from RJC and trying to get a fast there. Link's getting closer, and we have another knock because the guy here, D-Roll, was distracted, and 925 came from the back, got the knock, and confirmed that task, leaving just Hate on his knees. And now Patrick being the last person surviving from their team. We're just going to wait and see how are they going to get a comeback here, because already for their team they have already lost 3 players, leaving just 1 guy. 95 getting spotted, beautiful spray, but I didn't really get anything happening there. 95 is ready for that comeback, tries to get a reflex. The spray there on Patrick doesn't really have any damage on him, but then Patrick's spray on the other hand did have some damage on him, so that's something there. But the team is only Everest. They have tried their best, tried to survive, but then they seem to have lost a couple of players. Let's go ahead and check on tactical team. Stone being the last one remaining from his team. I don't know what his strategy is, but then he's getting pushed up, trying to heal up, but then he's also very, very late to react. And 21st century, oh my days, 21st century was just right there, ready to take this guy back to lobby. Fire as well seems to be losing players one by one. I don't know what's happening on that side, but we want to make it there before they finish it. And 21st century needs to be careful, because you've seen what is happening. RJC is closing in on them. We're going to be having some fight happening there sooner or later, so let's just wait and see. We have RJC. Oh, what happened there? Sorry about that, guys. So RJC seems to be losing players. We have a Gaff that is getting on a fight against the 21st Century. One of their players is down. For Roman is not even connected in the game as of now, but trying to get the revive as well. Pain Africa losing players one by one. I don't know what's happening on that side, but then Pain Africa is not having a good time. So far, Pain Africa has been losing players unexpectedly, which is also quite unfortunate. I don't know why that is happening, but then XTC seems to be having an easy run here with the players from Pain Africa. But let's go, let's get it. Pain Africa unfortunately have been eliminated. You can see now, we just see the players from XTC getting the revive, and the players from Pain Africa chilling in the lobby because these things happen. 14 teams are remaining. We are in just the third phase of the zone, going to the fourth phase of the zone. That means the fights now are going to be a little bit more intense right now. Fire, sorry about that, it's going to come back on in a few seconds. So Fire Esports, so where is Fire? Did I call them Fire Esports? It's FireOut E-sports, and Neon players getting closer to them. That guy doing that thing again. I mean, that name does make sense because it's basically that guy. He has been taking kills for his team. He has been pushing for his team. There's another team right in front of them, and that is RA7. RA7, what was RA7 in full? RA7, where are you? I'm actually used to RAG. I know RAG, but I don't know about RA7. Royal 7, all right. So Neon might just be getting closer to where we have the Royal 7 team. They're actually right next to them. They just don't know about that. But now that the zone is shifting, teams are going to get closer to each other right now. Gaff are getting closer as well to teams like Mau Esports. We still have one of them still surviving, and that is Lord. 21st Century trying to make it to the safe zone. Hash having none of their players getting knocked out. That means there's a fight happening where they are right now. S2K as well in the safe zone, waiting for a team to make a mistake. SWAT in the building. I mean, someone just mentioned SWAT, but they seem to have joined as a duo, and you can see how slow their game is. They are going as far away from the fight, and that is exactly how you handle this, because if you do not have teammates, then why should I take my time and go and engage in a fight if I cannot win it because I'm outnumbered? That's basically it. You might be good. Yes, sometimes it works. You get your kills in the bag. But then if you do not have enough manpower, then how are you going to survive it? You know, sometimes you're not one person who's remaining. You're lacking meds, you're lacking smokes, you're lacking nades, you just landed. That does affect a lot, and you usually have teams losing fights. You usually have teams being exposed to unnecessary pushing and maybe losing teammates too early in the game. We have Hash here right next to team 24. 24, that is Hash, next to team 11, that is Fire. And only one person remains, that is Fire None. The only one remaining from his teammate Hash, again engaging in a fight, having one of their players been taken back. So it's SMD. Oh, this team I've not watched them again. Another team we've not really watched. But then finally we have Hash right in front of us. One of the teammates is down. Only two players are going against the whole team. Abu Bakr and his teammates need to get their game up, because you cannot be taken out by just two players, because they have maybe heal advantage. They can see you all the way from up there. But then if you have the right strategy, if you're careful, and if you're on alert and your sprays make sense, then it is easily for you to get these players taken all the way back to lobby, even if they have the upper hand during this fight. Let's look at Abu Bakr right now, trying to see how he's going to get the spray there on the baby and the Thrax. Is it Thrax? And Thrax as well. So there, of course, is going to be some fight happening there. There's going to be something happening there. We're going to be on the lookout for that to see what's going to take place. Third phase of the zone is about to end. We're going to the fourth phase. Teams are now going to be exposed now to fights that they don't want to be in, because when the zone gets smaller, so does the room for fighting. You have to now get the compounds. You have to get the rock that you need. If there is no compound to hold, just make sure the rock is big enough to hide your character's whole body. But if it is not, then that's going to be something we're going to be talking about, because you'll be exposed unnecessarily, and people will just be tapping on your forehead or your knees or your toes. Just depends where you place yourself in that situation. We are now having teams closing on each other. Finally, Generation Z. I've not seen these guys engaging in a fight. 21st Century. Right beneath them, we have one of their teammates getting knocked. That is Light. And we have Kazuz getting closer. Aimbot and his teammate Probot need to be careful, because Kazuz is ready to go all in. Another player getting spotted there by Zaki, because he's right beneath, right next to them. We have players from Generation Z. Kazuz. Beautiful spray on 21 Aimbot. We have an knock there. Do we really have anything happening there? No, we do not. But then at least the damage is there, but nothing has changed. The teams are getting exposed. The damage is there, but then players are not getting taken back to lobby. I don't know why, but then people just seem to be surviving. Probot trying to actually go farther from them, but then he engages with Gaff. The damage is actually clear. Probot is very low. There's a team player here from Gaff. I mean, I think the name Chiro just made my tongue become heavy, because what? Probot, DBS in, gets a few fires out. Oh, damn. He got the damage on Chiro, but then unfortunately it just didn't make sense and nothing happened there. There was not really any knock that was registered from that fight. We have now the zone closing in. Let's look at Hash. Let's see what Hash is up to. Oh, XTC, Abu Bakar. Man is getting knocks one by one. Black is trying to retreat there, but luckily for him, actually, the damage is not really there from Abu Bakar. He's still trying to spray him, but then still nothing is happening because the spray is not connecting. Tries to get the force scope in. He still tries to get some damage on Black, but then it's not that much damage, and Black might just be able to come back and get the revenge on his teammates. But we're yet to see that we have S2K player right in front of them. Oh, he's repairing his vehicle. How smart. I have never used that thing. I don't know how people use it. I don't even know how to use it, but that's totally okay. So S2K4B77 is now the only person remaining from his team, basically about to get surrounded because the players from Neon are now getting closer, and we have another knock there. Gaff is actually having a really good time, but XTC Black getting the first knock there. Sees another player from Neon. That guy gets tapped. I mean, Mini 14. Why? He can easily go for that spray, but then he decides to do the tapping, and now we have Neon player getting to push here Black, and we want to see what's going to be Black's strategy. Player X just next to him. We have another push here. Beautiful push, but then no! The player there, Black, has said that cannot be happening tonight. He's cooking, but then he's not really cooking in the gameplay wise, but then he's literally cooking. Another nade getting cooked up, and GG's. Let's go. The black player that is from XTC has been taken back to lobby. Quite unfortunate for him there, but then he actually almost had it. But the zone was not really that friendly to him. Not zone, the molly was not friendly to him now. And now the zone is closing in. Sixth phase of the zone. Here we come. You can see how the teams are now getting closer to each other. We basically have a lot of solos, but Royal 7 is the only team in the safe zone so far. Teams are now going to be getting closer to them. A beautiful Kobe there. That means we have a fight finally. And you can see Gaff. You can see RE Patrick just right above them, right above where we have Amar. Excuse me, he's getting pushed and tries to get a thirst on his knock, but doesn't really get something happening there on Bego. Is this Bego from 10-11? I'm trying to understand though. Is it Bego from 10-11? And is 10-11 rebranded, or what's not happening? I need to understand that. But we have Amar just trying to get closer to Patrick here. He just got a knock on his teammate. Gaff watching from afar. Chiro also getting closer to them, but then Patrick, what? The nade from Patrick got him? Hayo. Ain't no way. Who's this man, Patrick? He's the only remaining from his team, but then he's taking out people by himself. He basically took out Royal 7 by himself, taking on Bego and Amar with just but a grenade, and he was able to wipe out a duo just by himself. Generation Z players are passing by. They are a full team. This is my first time seeing Generation Z playing passively. Usually I see them going aggressive from the games that I've been casting on an that is not SRG. They've been dominating. They've been playing aggressively. But then for this game, for the players from Generation Z, they're actually taking their time. They're thinking of whether to go for that push. I see them getting knocks, but then they're not really going for that push. So I don't know what Generation Z's plan is. But then they seem to be planning it out and are taking their time just to make sure that they are having, as many points as possible. If it's a placement points, they need to be up. They're going for that. If they need their kill points, as long as they can easily thirst that kill, they'll go ahead and thirst it. But then if they cannot, Generation Z is not engaging at any point. SMK last player, the baby, has been the boy or the baby. Has been taken back to lobby, excuse me. And now SWAT. I saw someone mentioning SWAT. I told you, a beautiful lady somewhere there told us that SWAT is that team. So we're going to be waiting and see if that they actually are that team. And now looking at SWAT here, team 14. There's a team closing in on their right side, and that is Hash E-sportz getting some knocks here from Gaff, taking last player from S2K. Neon last player as well has been taken back to lobby. I mean, the solos are too many. But then so are the duos, because some teams have already lost some players. Another solo still remaining from Fire. That is none. And Nate does get some damage on him here. He needs to be careful. That means his location has been exposed. Players from Generation Z, Kazuz, does get a Kobe on this guy. I mean, man, Generation Z is basically playing it slow. They're waiting for their chance. They're waiting for someone to make a mistake, and now they're going for that push. You have Harsh as well, losing players. One of their teammates has been knocked down. Might actually be hard for them to make it to the safe zone, but SWAT is just but a duo from the beginning of the game. They joined as a duo, and they're still going on and dominating, going for that push on Harsh. We have the player, the Eclipse going in. The damage has been seen. First knock in again. Does he get a second? No, he does. We have a wipe here on his end. Eclipse feeling to be confident right now. 2 knocks in. He's ready to go for the third one. And I mean, the lady was right. Eclipse wiped out a whole team by himself. The lady was right. Oh, she was right. We now have Eclipse trying to cook up another nade on the players from Generation Z. And we have a Kobe on this end. Zaki is down. We have Eclipse still trying to do the thing crazy. Does get a Kobe on them. Generation Z player Thomas is down. His teammate has been taken back to lobby. Generation Z were a full team. And you can see what's happening. The duo there that I said you can be a duo. It might be hard to survive, but then they are proving me wrong, because it doesn't need numbers. We only need to be good at this game. We only need synergy. Because if this person is focusing on this side, I'll be focusing on the other side. Kevin is low as well. Eclipse getting some damage on him. The zone is closing in. Kevin might just be knocked by the zone. And oh, luckily for him, the zone is actually right next to him. And he's able to get the healing happening there. Thomas trying to retreat just to make it together Weaver, but then it doesn't really happen. You have Chiro getting spotted. Patrick watching from afar does get some damage on Chiro, and now we have him moving to the baggy, just trying to get closer to the zone. It's moving in a few seconds, actually not a second, in a whole minute. They have some time to figure it out. How we're going to go for that push? How are we going to flank? How are we going to engage? Are we going to be taking the team on our left, or is it going to be the team on our right? I mean, but we need to talk about the player there, and that is none other than Eclipse, because what was that? Oh, they're still taking out teams. Kevin there from Generation Z has been taken back to by SWAT team. And now we have basically a duo and 3 solos remaining. Chiro, Patrick, and the Generation Z player Kazuz are the only solos remaining. The good thing about Miramar is that Miramar is very rough. There is no flatland. Okay, there is some flatland, yes, but you can be open field in a flatland and still have some hollows, or rather some mini hills and valleys that you can use to basically get cover. And that is exactly what is happening here for Chiro. He's using that to get as much cover as possible. Patrick using a vehicle. I'm just trying to watch from above here just to see what they can see. And now we're looking at Eclipse and his teammates Crazy are going for that push. They're going to get closer to the teams from Generation Z. We're going to be having a very interesting push happening there, because you can see how Crazy is trying to get a fast there. Chiro has to be careful because Eclipse has just spotted him, and Chiro might just be on the table here ready to be cooked. And not exactly not that, but it is the opposite. His teammate Crazy there does get knocked. That gives Patrick a chance to go for that push. He goes directly to Eclipse. He tries to engage. Patrick getting the damage on Eclipse. So then who is Eclipse? Man of the match. They're getting a knock on him. Kazuz as well gets closer to his fire, and he gets another kill there on Kazuz. And we have just one person remaining. Chiro. Nah. Nah. Ain't no way. And we have SWAT team. That team, man. That one team. Okay? We were told by she, right? She said that team is OP. She mentioned 3 teams. RJC, Mau Esports, and Swat Europa. And they basically, oh my days, basically did the thing. And then now I'm being told 10-11 is XTC. Nah, what? They rebranded? Anyway, GG's to you, SWAT, there for the chicken dinner, getting yourselves 9 eliminations. We have Gaff coming in second with 4, Generation Z with 6, 4 we have RE, 4, 5 we have Hash, 3, 6 we have Fire, 2, 7 Neon, 6, 8 S2K, 1, 9 SMK, 2, 10 RA7, 2, 11 XTC, 7, 12 Mau Esports, 5, 21st Century, 5, 14 Van 2, 15 Pain Africa 2, 16 RJC 4, 17 TT 0, 18 3C1, and then 19 we have SMD 0. Going a lot with 6 defeats, we have Eclipse, best companion with 3 rescues, 21 pro bots, and then finisher with the final elimination we have SWAT Eclipse. And that is basically it. We are done with game 1 of the night. I think game 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to be looking out to see what the players from SWAT are going to be up to, because ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. We need to look and see more about Eclipse and Crazy. But before we get to that, make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. Make sure the likes are equal to the number of people watching when you are watching. And we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. I'll be with you in a few. BRB.
would just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Got it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Okay, we are back, and this time we are in that one land that is quite the opposite of Miramar. It is so dry when you go to Miramar, but then when you come back to Sanhok, seems like all the rain went that side, and it's totally okay. Welcome back to game 2, and that is Sanhok. I am your host, Mitch Gaming, and we are just getting started. It is the semi-finale for the Star Rush Galaxy League Season 4 games. We are in day 3 for the semi-finale, and I can only imagine how intense it's going to be in the finals, because as you can see how the teams are playing when it comes to the semi-finale, that does give us an idea of what to expect when it comes to the final, and how the teams are going to manage the fights and everything along that lines. Let's just have a quick look at the flight path and see where it's going. It's coming from Harteen all the way to Docks. So fights are going to be actually very nice, because Now, at this point, teams are going to land at very fair spaces. They're going to be really close to probably the safe zone, depending on where the flight path, not really the flight path, but depending on where PUBG decides that this is going to be the safe zone. For this game, that is the second game for the night. We are just getting started, my people. It is getting interesting. We have a team that it's called SWAT joined as a duo, and I don't know if this game they're going to be joining as a team, but we'll be seeing that later. Looking at what is happening here in Paradise Resort, we have at least 2 teams in the game. Blacklist was not there in the previous game. I don't know where they were, but then at least this time round they came in. And we have a Blacklist and RJC in the same place. 2 strong teams land in the same place. That's going to be one hell of a fight happening here. So let's just see between Blacklist and RJC which team is better. We have Emperor there on the right side of Paradise Resort. Might just be the surprise RJC will be facing if they do not have really good earphones to engage. They joined as a duo as well. But then so far what game 1 taught us is that a duo doesn't really affect anything as long as you're good at the game, as long as you have coordination with your teammates, as long as there's synergy, then that's all you need to get a fight happening and actually getting a clutch on a full team. And now Shiva just getting an upper ground view on what is happening here, trying to see if he's going to spot the players from Blacklist. One Kuz is on that side. He might be hard. One Kuz can basically hear Shiva. Excuse me. You can see how One Kuz is chilling. So that does tell you he actually had Shiva. Oh, he did not. One Kuz, you need to be careful. Shiva actually beautiful reflex there from One Kuz. The damage is there from Shiva. And unfortunately, One Kuz has been knocked and thusted, taken all the way back to lobby. Now leaving just 3 players remaining. From Blacklist there we have a knock on RJC. Shiva, beautiful spray there from Ronaldo. I said I can never say this name, man. I tried it. I just sound like someone over there. And now we have another push happening. A Blacklist player gone. They're getting closer on the team from RJC. That is a 925, a very strong player from RJC. We've seen that happen live. We've seen him trying to take up a whole team by himself. And now the players from Blacklist are getting closer to him, ready with a shotgun. I have learned never to underestimate the shotgun. Ooh, fast knock in. He did get him, but then he got him. I think that maybe it was the shoulder or something, but then he would have easily gotten another knock on Ronaldo, but then unfortunately he missed the second shot, and that gave him a chance to take him out, taking the team from RJC back to lobby, being the first team to be eliminated when it comes to game 2 tonight. Looking at the safe zone right now, seems to be very fair. Honestly, the players here will not have a lot of moving around to do. You can see her team just a little bit into the zone there. We have at least 3-4 teams are not in the zone that much. Docs is also close to the safe zone. Kampong as well seems to be a little bit in the safe zone. Look at the teams in Khan there. They're not really in the zone, so that's where they need to be a little bit concerned. They need to get closer. But we can look at SWAT now. SWAT Crazy does get a knock there, and actually at last confirming their first kill in the second game of the night. This time around there are 3 players, so you can imagine what they might do when they're 3. Nate getting cooked up on the player from XTC. I mean, Crazy might just be showing us how to play this game local, because man, I'm still in shock though. That team did do their thing. I'm telling you, they took their time. They were so composed. Eclipse was composed when he was taking on a whole team by himself. That is what we call composure. He was pretty much composed. He knew where to go. He knew what to do. He knew, I need to be calm. I need to figure this out fast, because I went for the push. I thought it was just a duo. The revive had finished. They're now back to being the duo, and then the third player comes in, and I'm forced to engage against 3 players. Am I ready for that? Actually, on the good side, on the plus side, is that when he was engaging in that, one of the teammates was already low because they had just gotten revived, so that did give them an advantage, and they actually had a good time there and getting that happening, and a whole wipe from Eclipse. I mean, I hope they gave him something like hold my water type of statement thing, and you know, the bill is on me, you can go get your bottle of water or something. But we have the players here from XTC waiting on the players from SWAT, so they can go for that push, waiting for one player to make a mistake, and then that will lead to a push happening here in this game. And now when we look at the zone, you can see what's happening. The safe zone is going to be that safe zone, all right? It's going to be a very interesting one. It might just go to the northern side of Sanhok, or we are going to be seeing it on the eastern side towards Lakawi Camp Bravo. It's basically empty. No one has occupied that place. When Camp Alpha is not in the zone, but if it were, We all know these hills that are around Camp Alpha, between Hatin and Camp Alpha. You know that's a place most teams like occupy, and Pain Africa, especially them, they occupy that place a lot. So that's also something you're going to be seeing. But then XTC player does get pushed there by Crazy when he's ready with the DBS. That's get the first knock. We have a second knock. Yes, we do. We have a team finally being on the same level as Swat, taking them down one by one. XTC player is disconnected. That is a Crusader. Unfortunately, that means Swat will be able to get the revive because the teammates are not close. But for Swat here, where's the teammate? Oh, Swat. Where's the teammate? Where's Eclipse? Oh, he's getting closer. The players from XTC, the player needs to get back because your teammate just got something good happening here and you are disconnected at the wrong time. Oh, he's finally here. Will there be something happening? Will there be a clutch on his end? The teammate is getting revived. Is getting to see the revives happening. I'm sure you can imagine what he's saying. He's saying, come, please, I'm begging. He's about to say, please, don't let me die. I just did this for you. Eclipse are just going to get the task there on the player from XTC. He actually gets it. And his teammate Crusader is hesitating on that spray. Doesn't want to engage, and SWAT is finally up. That means they're going to be engaging in that fight again. And this time they are a full team. XTC Crusader might just be having a bad time right now because his teammate had done that thing. Oh, now I see it. XTC is a 10-11. This is Crusader. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. I see it. 10-11. That beggar was an intruder. Oh, it's a 10-11 duplicate. Oh my days. I didn't know that, man. You're too good in the game that people now want to be like you. That's basically it. You know that, right? Because at the end of the day, competitive players are trying to see how they can come in the game. We have new teams coming in the scene. They're learning from the teams that are already in the scene. They are maybe impressed by this one player and they want to be like that player. So that does make sense. I mean, why not? Because, you know, we've all been there trying to rename ourselves and calling ourselves Levino. And when someone meets in the game, you're like, are you Levino? Yes, yes. Oh, my days. A big fan, bro. Hey, you say yes, yes. Sorry, I'm happy because I have a friend who did that and it was so funny. And I mean, that's part of PUBG. That's part of having a good time in the game. So, yeah. I hope we have people who do that even now. I hope that's something that happens. But then we can see what's happening here. Players what's this line? Okay, never mind. So we have the team here that is Guff and a team right next to them that is Top. Another team that did not join when it came to the first game of the night yesterday. Top had fans in the comment section, you know, going aloud and saying, oh, Top is the best team. Abu is that guy. But what was it, Abu or Badu? Oh, Badu, yes. First, one of their teammates has been taken, but slowly, quite unfortunate. Another teammate as well has been taken down. Bendo. Let's look at Top. What's this? Badu. I was going to tap on him, but then he does get knocked. And you have now Clips. They're going for that push. The free fires. He's low. Oh, Gaff did not even take a minute to take on the team from Top, taking them all the way back to lobby. That might have been just an easy push there for them. 21st century taking on the players from Neon. The teammates there from Neon are being taken back to lobby one by one. That guy tonight might not be that guy anymore because so far he's been facing the lobby a lot, and that makes sense because sometimes the game is just not having it with you. They don't want you to win. The game is not embracing you. Just those days are sometimes may be good, sometimes maybe shit. So tonight might just be that day for the players. That is that guy from Neon, but we're going to give it time. Probably he's going to impress us as the games proceed. There we have 21st century player Roman seems to be engaging in a fight. Oh, S2K. Oh, S2K, where are you? S2K taking on fight, taking players from Fire all the way back to lobby. Man, why can't I look at Fire? Okay, here I am. Here I am. One of the teammates tryout has been taken back to lobby. The teammate here from Fire now might just be forced to take on a fight as an individual. Here they are. Players from S2K getting closer to Fire now. We have Kasud. Or is it Kaso or Kasod? Tell me if it's the first, second, or third. I'm not really sure. S2K player there Said been knocked already. That means that there's a need for a revive and a push to happen here between the teams from S2K and Fire 21st century as well closing in. So they're going to be a little bit sandwiched here depending on what 21st century decides to do when it comes to this fight happening in Query. But for now, the S2K team is having a good time. They're not really getting pushed at all. But for now, they're actually... Oh, a nice flank. They can easily see the players from Fire right above them. They can see them from above. They can see they're in that garage. But are they going to be able to take on the player from Fire? They have been hesitating on that push. They have been rethinking their strategy whether to go for that push or not. But then Fire has only one person here right next to them. The other teammate, that is Nan, not that close anymore. The other one is Opsy, I hope that's the name, but the other one is not really that close to them, so that means they all need to get closer to each other before they start losing players. Within 21st Century seems to be also engaging against the players from S2K. He's trying to get some damage there again. 4B77 is looking for that knock again, and he's still going for that push on the player from Fire, but he has to be careful. I mean, he might be a solo, but then he's holding a very interesting location right now. Oh, he's even in the game. He's not moving a muscle, is he? Oh, he is. And unfortunately, the player there from S2K does get him, taking him all the way back to lobby. He had the upper hand. He was lying there. He should have maybe crouched or something, because as soon as S2K made it in here, he would have easily gotten that knock. But then that was not really the case, because he did not get to snake there at all. We have the players here. I don't know if it's there. Oh, it's there. It's in the game. Oh, damn. I don't know what that line is in the game, but probably from the game itself. Probably from the update, I think. I think so. Goddy just said that he's going to pre-order a chain for them. Man, I'm still waiting for my 10-11 jersey. Y'all are being mean, man, but it's fine. So the zone is now closing in. We are in the second phase of the zone, 14 seconds in, and they're going to be going to the third phase of the zone. Paradise Resort might be having new visitors there, because we have the team there from a blacklist. They're still holding in Paradise Resort, haven't really moved, haven't really changed their position so far. They are basically comfortable where they are right now. So let's just have a quick look at what is happening there. What the players from Team 18 are up to, and how they're going to plan on engaging in that fight. So I'm just going to have a quick look and see what that team in full is. It is the Dream Team Esports, a very nice team there we have right in front of them. There is SMD. They have been playing a slow game as well. For SMD, they have not been pushing at all unless a fight comes towards them. And sometimes if they get one of their teammates knocked, SMD will basically retreat and maybe regroup and think about their strategy and what they want to do and how they want to go about it. Gaff does get pushed there by the players from S2K. I know Gaff, they have taken out the player from the top so easily, so fast. They have just knocked and thrusted one by one. And I don't know if that's going to be the same case again, because Grave is waiting patiently. Clips does get a knock there on S2K. Grave going for that push, second knock in, DBS in play. That's trying to get a thrust there, but then unfortunately the distraction does lead to him getting knocked. His teammate now, Revenge, is going to take on the Revenge there, trying to get the FPP on here as he goes for that push. His teammate as well closing in. Clips, we know how good he is. The pre-fire from the DBS, but then that doesn't really connect, because you know what? S2K OG is just that guy. He basically got him, taking him down, and now he's ready to go for that push. Revenge has been taken back to lobby. The players from Gaff are losing teammates one by one. We have a third party there. We have the players from Dream Team are watching from afar, getting an opponent to 4B77, sorry, as he tries to get the revive, taken all the way back to lobby. And now that does give the teams, the players from Dream Team, a chance to go ahead and push the team there. So let's see how this is going to play out. We have AR as well engaging in a fight. So basically now teams are closing in on each other. Fights are going to be happening concurrently. S2K, Dream Team, SMD, and we have another team here watching from afar, and that is the RAG Royal Academy, if I'm not wrong. Are watching from afar as well, waiting for that chance, for that time to get maybe a third party knock and thrust them. But that is not going to be possible as long as the players from Dream Team are around, because as you can see, they are very comfortable in the map of Sanhok. They're just running around, moving around with vehicles, just scouting places, looking for the places to be in. So let's see if that's going to be worth it. Are they the team that is going to be going home with a winner chicken dinner for game 2? But like I said, if you're watching the live stream, make sure the likes do match the people watching. Just go ahead and like the live stream. Make sure you've subscribed to the Starash Galaxy YouTube channel just to be able to watch these games even more, because this is just a part of what they can do. They do a lot as well. They have the screams, they have the, you know, like they had a Valentine's special. I hope the people who won went for Valentine's date, and many other games as well. They have a pro series, a lot of things they've been putting for the players out there just to make sure you guys get to train as possible. So big shout out to the ladies in Starash Galaxy. Galaxy. They are beautiful, beautiful, powerful ladies, and I love that. And let's just have a quick look again at the zone. Where's the safe zone going to be, where teams are going to gather right now? You can see the zone is getting smaller. Paradise Resort is no longer occupied. It is no longer the safe zone. Teams are now closing in on each other. We have XTC going towards the players from Blacklist. We have AR going towards a team right next to them. Which team is this right now? Oh, we have a 21st Century next to them. We have SMD. We have Dream Team there as well. I mean, the zone is now making people have to go open field. And this is Sanhok, man. A lot of snakes everywhere. We have a lot of campers, or rather people who are very good at strategically holding rocks and trees. So you have to be careful on that as well. We have now Six and his two teammates remaining in the role. And Patrick, they are just waiting for a chance to engage in a fight. But then the zone is going to force them to move. They need to be in the safe zone. 21st Century waiting for the teams that are trying to make it to the zone. But then as well for them, they have to be careful because there's a team right on their southern side where we have Light here. Actually, the northern side, depending on where he's looking. But then he has a team right next to them. That is the RE still camping out on the same place. Let's have a look at SMD. They are not moving a muscle because the zone is still at the same place that they were initially. So they are safe for now. Dream Team as well might just be forced to stay at the same place because nothing is coming towards them. No fights are happening. But then Blacklist is also closing in on them. So probably we're going to be having a fight here. Blacklist and the Dream Team. We're just in the second game of the night. Sanhok is never slow, guys. But then as I watch the Star Rush Galaxy games, people are now feeling a little bit more tense. It is closer to the finals. I need to make it to the prize pool, and if it means camping it out and not engaging till the last zone, that's basically what I'm going to do, you know, because this is money on the line and I need to have something coming from that. So Blacklist player there trying to damage the vehicle for the Dream Team so that they are not able to move towards the safe zone. Fire, they're losing players, so let's just go where they are right now. Their teammate has been taken back to lobby, leaving just what it is. See, it's about to be a hard night. We're about to say Fire will be trying to get something happening there, but then the knocked a teammate that was right in front of them there. They have been able to take him all the way back to lobby. Finally, Dream Team engaging in a fight. One of the teammates, Emperor, is down, and Storm is trying to get the Thirst there as much as he can and is getting closer to the Blacklist team, but he has to be careful because Blacklist team has a split. They're not that close to each other as you may think, and you need to be on alert because they'll be the ones that are taking you back to lobby. The teammate there has been taken back to lobby. STC coming from the far back has been taken back to lobby, and now Blacklist players are going to be ready to take on their team here, that is S2K and the Dream Team, because they are now basically being camped out by two teams that have made it to the safe zone. That is the players from S2K and the players from Dream Team. So I don't know what Blacklist's plan is right now. I don't know if they have enough meds or they have a means of transport. They do not. Oh, they do have a baggie. Excuse me, that might work for them right now. So the best thing to do is for them to make it to the safe zone. Team 19 players are also having a good time. The FireOut E-sports are not really engaging in a fight. They're just playing it safe because their teammates have been taken back to lobby, leaving just one guy remaining. SMD still holding out the same compound. The zone doesn't want to leave these guys. The zone wants them to win the game. Look at Royal Academy also camping it out. Basically, every single team in this game doesn't want to engage in a fight. Everyone is basically camping and waiting for a chance. The Dream Team as well. They're just right above the hill waiting for a chance to do something about it. They cannot really do anything about it because well, they're not in a covered area. They're open field basically. They're waiting on the players from SMD. The zone is about to close in. They have just about 15 seconds to make it to the next zone. That is the 6th phase. It's going to be a little bit more damaging compared to this zone right now, so maybe waiting for SMD might not be the best thing. Yes, they'll be pressured to make it to the safe zone. Same to Royal Academy, they'll be pressured to make it to the safe zone, but I don't know why they're staying out that far in the blue. They're waiting for the teams to get closer to them. It doesn't really work. Okay, it does work sometimes, but then the damage from the zone might just be the thing that eliminates your team. And finally, we have a push there. Dream Team does get closer to the players from SMD, and now it is that time of the night. We have a fast knock in. SMD does get the fast knock in, getting sad all the way down on his knees, but then will that be enough? We have the players from SMD now getting closer. Royal Academy are watching from afar as well. A fast knock in from the players from Dream Team. S2K watching from afar, but they seem to be taking on the players from Blacklist, not the players from Dream Team and SMK. The knocked player has been taken back to lobby. Second knock in from Dream Team, that is a Storm. Hey, Sad should say thank you to Peter because look at his HP right now. Oh, guys, lucky. The player from SMD now king. Needs to be careful because there's at least two teams. Excuse me, Royal Academy and S2K, they were third party as well, but they seem not to have anything happening on their end anymore because their teammate has been taken back to Lobby Dream Team as well, getting third party. Players from Blacklist watching from afar. We have Storm getting closer to the players from Blacklist gone. With the pre-nade, we have a Kobe on Storm. The nade is getting cooked up. Is it gonna be a Kobe? The nade is a Kobe. And you have the fast knock in. Storm is down. Let's see what's going to be happening again. Players from Dream Team there. We can see some more beautiful sprays there. Dream Team players getting exposed there to the black team. But it is not really a good night for them so far because they had the upper hand when it came to SMD. But then now, why is it stuck on this tree? Why am I stuck? I can't tap on a player. Oh, okay, good. So Drift now might just be forced to go towards the safe zone. Royal Academy team will be seeing him. If he's not careful, they might take him as well because he's too open in the game. And the zone is closing in, so teams are now looking for the desperate kills. They're looking for that chance to make their points go up as much as they can. And if it means taking you with them back to lobby as the zone damages them, then they'll definitely go for that. We have Patrick being taken back to lobby. Blacklister are getting sprays towards the players from Dream Team. SMD Drift are getting closer as well. He's waiting for a chance. The players from Dream Team are distracted. Peter is down. Blacklist taking them down one by one. Sad is also getting closer, trying to get the free fire to the Blacklist player. Ronaldo does get the sprays in, does get the damage on Sad, but then doesn't really get a knock because Sad is the man of the jiggly moves, and the nade is about to get cooked up because Sad has just 5 grenades in his bag. Some damage there. We can see a team trying to get some damage on Sad. Nade is getting cooked up. Ronaldo is down. Oh, not really down, but then his team skill there has been confirmed by the zone. Sad needs to get them nades cooked up there. Let's look at their POV. Let's look at Blacklist's POV, because if Sad does the throw a nade this side, why should we miss it? Why should we miss when it lands at the exact time? Sad waiting patiently. Ooh. Focusing on the wrong player. Actually, not really the wrong player, because this solo might just be the thing you don't want to be engaging in right now. Because if he does that thing, but then he's distracted, and Sad is taken out by the players from 21st Century. One person remaining from SMD again, taken out by the 21st Century player. Now we just have 2 teams remaining, Blacklist and the teams from 21st Century. Roman goes for that push, goes too open, and the spray there from Gon does take him all the way back to lobby. The players from 21st Century are now closing in. Gon taking this opportunity to get the revive on his knock teammate. 21st Century player Light, Pro Bot and Aimbot being the last people remaining from their team. The zone is closing in. Blacklist player Gone is going to be forced to make it to the zone. Open field, doesn't really have any smokes. Going up, doesn't have any chance of doing anything. But then, yo, let's get it. The sprays are there. Hey. Sorry. I don't know why that's in my eye. That looks actually very funny, because when they were going for that push, the Blacklist player Gone actually had it. But I think confusion sometimes, you can panic and fail to pre-fire, maybe react, and that basically is something might have happened to him. But it happens again, and I mean, he did his best to get the points there for his team. He has the placement point and the confirmed knocked on one of the players from 21st Century, that is Light. So that was actually a good job from his end. But then again, GG's to 21st Century for getting that win. And we have them back in 12 eliminations. She just said 21st Century or DT is going to win, and this time around it is 21st Century getting that win. I don't know what she is on, but she's doing a good job on that side. Blacklist coming second with 7. Third we have SMD 1. Fourth we have Dream Team 3. 5 we have Fire with 4. 6 Rag with 4. 7 RE 2. 8 S2K 6. 9 AR 0. 10 we have XTC 3. 11 GAF 5, 12 Neon 0, 13 Top 1, 14 we have SWAT with 2, and 15 you have RJC 1. Going a lot for this second game, we have 21st Century player Aimbot with 6 defeats, Best Companion with 1 rescue, S2K OG, and the finisher with the final elimination, that is a 21st Century player Light. Well, we are just done with the second game of the night. I told you tonight we have 4 games. It is the semi-finale, and it is going to be getting even more intense as the games proceed. So let's just continue watching the game. For now, get yourselves some water, get hydrated, and we'll be right back.
tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oh, going into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oh, going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, counting stars. Got it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, go in. Into oblivion.
All right, we are back. Third game of the night, and that is Erangel. We have watched Miramar, we have watched Sanhok, and now we are back in that one map that is always too big, but then not that big anymore, because there's Rondo. Well, let's just have a quick look at Erangel and see what it's up to and what the players are going to be showing us tonight and what their strategy is and how they're planning on getting their winner chicken dinners when it comes to this game. That is game 3 of the night, being in Erangel. Looking at the flight path coming from started there, that means that they have a chance of basically engaging. If they choose to do so, S2K, so being the only team going towards military base, actually no, they have decided as well they don't want to go to military base because there might be a team landing there as well, and we don't want to be there anymore. We have Bendo PUBG saying that top clan will win Erangel. We'll be watching till the end just to make sure you are right about that choice, but for now the odds are basically 50-50 for every single team when it comes to winning game 3 of the night, and that is Erangel. Looking at the flight path, actually, that means the zone has decided to force players towards the eastern side of Erangel. S2K going towards that side. For S2K, they are lucky because initially they were going towards a military base, and now they are going towards Milta. That did save them the hassle for moving towards that safe zone. Initially, they had the hassle, they had to do it, but then now they do not have to anymore. We have teams as well going towards that side. You have Generation Z. Oh, hush! People are now using daggers. Let's go where they are right now. Vanguard losing one of their players, that is Toxic. And Artist and his teammates and now are really trying to go far away as possible just because they are not that safe. We also have Royal 7 engaging in a fight as well. So let's look at them and see what they're up to. On their end, they seem to be taking on a fight, taking at least one elimination so far. Dream Team right beneath them. Sad getting closer, might be forced to engage in that fight against the player from RA7, that is Royal 7 player. Amar was just getting closer, but then not really anymore. So that's totally okay. The players from Dream Team have some time to get looted up and now engage in that fight, but they have to be careful because we have a very interesting player here, that is Danny Brown. And also for Dream Team, they have a player flanking just behind them, and that is the Dream Team player Wrenches. Might be coming from the back, another surprise that I don't think the players from the players from RA7 are going to be expecting it to happen. So let's see what's going to happen here. Where we saw Generation Z landing, seems they have a fight there against the players from SMD. Zaki has one elimination there on SMD, and now SMD going for that push against Zaki, trying to see if they're going to be able to get that knock. The DP is a very strenuous gun because reloading that gun is a lot of hassle. He's still going for that push, trying to get Kazu's back. He's still feeling confident, getting some damage on him. Kazuz unfortunately has been basted while the player there tries to get a push on happening here on this team. He's already put them on with the DP28, has another gun there in the back, might use it when there's a need to change his gun, but then he's really low. His teammate Kevin, where are you? Kevin coming from the back of the box, not in. Oh, damn. I was about to say another knock here in town, but then that's not the case. Beautiful pre-fire from Zaki. That just let him get a knock, but then, ooh, Wolfie. I mean, the IQ, you can easily see the butt of Zaki that is peeping. Could be the back, could be the elbow, could be the toes. And he got exactly that. And now, that is it for him. GG's towards you, the players from Generation Z. You have one more game to go to participate in the semi-finale. We are just in the third game. Let's look at what the teams are up to right now. You can see Primosk. It was occupied with 2 teams initially, but seems like Vanguard are now going far away from that place. So let's have a quick look at what is happening to the Royal 7 team because they had the Dream Team behind them. And now they can easily change their position. They are ready to go to a better, safer place. So I don't know where that will be because not every single player from the team that is Royal 7 has gone far away from them. So, we'll be on the lookout on that to see what's going to happen. Big go quite low there on his end. Trying to heal up. The Dream Team player wrenches, like I said, might just be a surprise that the players there were not expecting. I can see the loading screen. That means the net. Let's wait for the net to come back on. Okay, it's back. So Dream Team Wrenches honestly is just watching and waiting for that chance. He's getting pushed there. We have Wrenches getting pushed by Bego. Is it Bego? Yo, it's not Bego. Oh, what? It looked like Bego in my eyes. Wrenches now has to do that thing, because if that nade doesn't really do that thing, Crusader might just take him all the way back to lobby, and that nade is getting cooked up, does get some damage, and another nade comes in towards Wrenches, but then the nade goes too far. He is low. Crusader is going to get pushed quite low there, does get to Snake, and the Snake actually helps because Wrenches was unaware of his position, even though he was sure that there's someone right in front of him. Dream Team now having just 2 players remaining from his team. That is Sad and Peter. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Nothing really happened. I'm sure we didn't miss a fight. I was watching just that I was fixing something, but then we are back. Looking at what is happening right now, the zone is closing in. Teams are going to move from Query, where we have Dream Team. They're going to be going far away because they're far away from the zone. They're going to be having a long distance to cover there. We have STK right in front of them as well, another team we didn't see in the previous game, but then they are still in the game. Mao Esports losing players. Lord is already down, and we want to see what is Royal 7 up to, because they have been able to get at least one knock on the players from Mao Esports. That is Lord, and they're getting closer to get that push. Mar getting the task there on Mao Lord, getting the taps in just to make sure he's not revived. His teammate Hearts, they're watching from afar, might just be engaging on that fight depending on what happens next, because his teammates are not really that close, and he just made the right call by retreating, seeing that his teammates are not that close. We had 21st Century coming from the back, spotting the players here from LA7. That's how the stay there for mainbot, but then do we not see any? Why don't we see any knock happening? But then luckily for his teammates, it does get come into the rescue here and gets a knock on Bagel, and now they can now easily figure things out, because they have been able to get at least one knock. So that means the team there on the other side, that is Roll 7, is not that advantaged anymore. They are down one player, and they are going to be waiting on the players from 21st Century to get towards them if they are planning to do so. But then the zone is closing in, and I think the best thing right now is to make it towards the safe zone. She for this game says that it is going to be Mao Esports, DT and Art. I'm going to wait and see if that's going to be the case or not. But we have Dimitri coming in and saying, let's go Bendo, Badu, Yifo, saying that the top clan is the best. So, again, I cannot really make any speculations. I cannot really make the calls and say that this is the team that is going to win for this game. But then if you have your favorite teams, then why not just give them that shout out? Because at the end of the day, they are giving their best. They are playing the SRG League game Season 4. They have not backed out. Some teams don't have enough points, but then they're still playing the games. That's what really matters. As long as you're getting your points in for your team, then don't let anything stand in the way. And what you want to do for your team, STK are engaging against Hush. What is STK? STK was great. STK, I did not see STK a lot in the previous games, so seeing them now is the reason, because I can't remember their color, but I can see them here. So we have STK, already two of their players are down, and now Scott and Reaper are going to be forced to go against the whole team by themselves. Beautiful pre-fires, but then Reaper is low, and of course Reaper, I mean, you can see the name. He calls himself the Reaper. That does tell you the team, rather the name does go in line with the player's skills, I'm assuming, because why would I call myself Grenadier if I'm not a Grenadier, you know, you understand? So Reaper there does get the last kill. Beautiful reflexes there on Harsh. Even though he was low, he was able to take him down all the way back to lobby together with his team. And now Mao Esports engaging in a fight. The bridge here is actually looking a little bit occupied. XTC going for the fast there. Oh, we are panning people right now. Okay, 10-11 XTC player Crusader does get another knock there happening on their end, and that means of course, if we get our teammate back to lobby, we're going to be doing the same thing for you. And we have their black been taken back to lobby, and now Crusader and his teammate Amar are looking to go towards the player there from Mao Esports. He got a knock in the fast on their teammate. So the best thing, or rather what comes in my mind, is I'm going to go for that revenge. Whether I like it or not, I need to get my teammates points back, because already we have lost one player, that is black. The player there from Mao getting spotted. Beautiful taps there. Oh damn, Atrox has been damaged by the player from XTC, but then Crusader and his teammates need to figure out whether we're going to go for this push or not. But then Crusader seems to be retreating as well, as his teammate does that beautiful flank, that is Amar, and they have decided to go away from this fight. Again, there's a team closing in on them on the upper side, and that is the Arabic T Esports holding this compound. Might not be moving here anytime soon. They're a little bit comfortable there. We have the Royal 7 as well scouting out the place. The zone is going to move. The zone is going to force people to go towards each other. Now we're going to be seeing a fight happening. Let's just have a quick look at top, because we've been told that Badu, Rifo, Insane and Bendo, they are good players, and we should expect a lot coming from them. So of course we're going to be seeing if that's going to be the case. We have SMK, what their strategy is and what they plan to do. And I just noticed something. Is it me, or did the game just update the esports cards? Because now I can see a lot of details on the players, but well, I'm guessing that's my POV. The Royal Academy losing one player to the blacklist team, that is Vancouver, getting a knock in immediate fast. That means the teams are now together because the Royal Academy player is getting knocked by a player from 3 Crowns Esports. So you basically have 3 teams closer to each other. 3C next is again Royal Academy has been taken back to lobby. Let me just be sure about that. Yes, they have, and now we have blacklist taking on the players from 3C. I haven't seen 3C playing that much, but Emperor is down. That means they're going to be going for that push, because as soon as we have our knock, that means that team has been crippled, at least one player down. That does give us a chance to go for that push when they are a little bit disoriented, when they are yet to see how is it happening. This player does go for that push and then gone, because he can see him. He went to the wrong place at wrong time, and that means that he was not really keen on that. And now the knock was easy on that side from blacklist, and they were able to get a knock there. And we have now Madrelli with the flank. They're getting damaged as well. He's basically standing from all corners. He's getting damaged. But then you have to use your IQ, because if you do not move, you're going to be taken back slowly. Blacklist player gone. Still on the left side where we have Madrelli. Another knock in on the 3C player, taking them all the way back to lobby. That is the strategy. Magrelin as well is down, and we have just one person remaining from 3 Crowns, and that is Nexus. Again, blacklist players now are feeling the need now to go for that push. We are able to get 3 of you guys down. Why don't you go ahead and go for that push and get the fast up in there? Blacklist players are going for that chase on the last player from 3C, and that is Nexus again. And luckily for him, they got distracted. They're trying to get the fast happening there. SMD are taking on the players from STK. Where's SMD? SMD. Yes, top clan best. Let's get it. We love to see it, guys. As long as you tell me they're good, I take your word for it. You understand? I'm just going to say you are the best of the best. Roll 7 are losing players one by one. Brown is down. That leaves only one person remaining. Crusader watching from afar because he's not that close to his teammate, and he has to be careful. He's exposing himself. We can see just behind him. You can see what is happening. And that's also something we're going to be on the lookout for, to see what our Royal 7 player Crusader is going to be doing for his team. How is he going to go for that push? How is he going to get the comeback for his team? Because so far he's the only one remaining from his team. Let's go now and check on another team. The 21st Century have been too quiet. They're not engaging in a fight as well. They're basically playing it safe, and that's totally fine. Again, I told you, no one is going to judge the strategy. As long as it works, go for it. No one really is concerned as to whether it's working or not. We have now the 21st Century going towards the safe zone. Now we're going to be checking on another team as well. That is the S2K team. The man with a very interesting car skin. Like I said yesterday, he had all that skin, even on the buggy, the same skin on the buggy. So I mean, the skin does give you some power. That's what I grew up knowing when I was starting PUBG. Not really grew up in life, but grew up in PUBG. And I understood that actually, I knew when someone has all these car skins, that guy is that guy. You understand me? When that person has all the skins you can be asking for in PUBG, you have to be careful, because I thought when you have skins, you buy the skills. Like, even the TikTokers were telling us that, you know, if the gun is a glacier, the damage is amplified. So if I see a glacier, that's when I start running away from the player. So these days, it doesn't really work like that. We just play the game, and whoever has the skin or you don't have the skin, at the end of the day, I think my skills matter. We have S2K, just looking at the players. They are from top. Bendo getting damaged. Bendo really needs to put up his play, because we have someone there in the comment section saying that top team is the best. The SMK losing players as well. So for now, the top team is basically surrounded. S2K right in front of them. They have another team right behind them, and that is Blacklist. They're not really engaging. They are aware that there's a team right beneath them. They can hear the gunfire, but then they're not really going for that push. We have the players from 21st Century as well closing in. No way. Everyone is now getting closer. Teams are not going to be engaging in fights. 21st Century are watching this from afar, supporting the players from Blacklist as well. That means that that's going to be something you're going to be there. Bego came in and said they really renamed. Yeah, I'm also confused. Like, I am saying Bego, and I'm not talking about Bego. I'm saying Crusader. I'm saying Amar. Yeah, that's actually cool, man. If you have a team you look up to, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest. I actually find it amusing that they are able to name themselves after a team that they actually look up to. So that's actually a win on their end. So GG's on 10-11 for doing that, and maybe showing us that there is actually a space. Oh damn, I hope I don't pull my mic off. Oh, end showing us that there is actually room to create funds and to show these funds that they can use your names, but don't use mine because, yeah. Anyway, we have now we're in the third phase of the zone. We have a few seconds in going to the fourth phase of the zone. 21st century. Looking at the players from blacklist as well as the players from top. You have to be careful. Top, you have fans there in the comment section telling us you guys are good and we need to see it. I mean, as long as someone says this team is good, I'm going with that till the end. You've told me this team does that thing, I am going with that. So Royal 7, live up to your name. You love 10, 11 because you just called yourselves the names of the players. You need to show us that yes, we are as good as they are and we want to be even better, because why not? We have a player there being taken back to lobby as well. Just a question, do you guys have this line on your screen? Please tell me yes, or I'm panicking, or the update room. Anyway, if you have that line, please tell me in the comment section that you have it. If you don't, then tell me how to fix it. But now we have the players there from top, just spotting the players from 21st century are trying to get some sprays on that side, but then we don't have a knock on their end as well. 21st century is still at the same place. The player from Royal 7 trying to make it to the safe zone. Looking at SMK also holding a compound. They're not moving a muscle because they feel safe where they are right now. We have FireOut E-sports are waiting for the teams that are coming from that side, but then unfortunately for them there is no team coming from that side. We have XTC, they're going towards that side, no, but then they are across the bridge where they are right now. So probably if they want to engage in a team, the only way they can do that is to move towards them. We have S2K as well, closer to where we have the players from Arab T. That means we are going to be expecting something there as well. So S2K, seeing the players from top as they retreat, we're going to be having some sprays here. We're going to be having a knock from the vehicles, but Insane does get closer. He is low, he is damaged. I'm in top. Remember, people have said you guys are good. We need to see it. XTC engaging in that fight, getting the fast knock in. Let's look at the Crusader. They are taking the sprays there on the players from S2K. But is it going to be enough? S2K OG, they're getting spotted by Amar. Of course, they're going to be seeing pre-fires. Oh, damn. You have to be careful on that guy, Amar, because OG is basically the OG. I say their names you call yourself because you believe you are that name. They called themselves the OGs. So, yes, they are the OGs when it comes to their gameplay. That is the S2K team. We have RT. That is the Arabic T esports. Still holding the same petrol station. Nothing is happening on that side as well. We have STK closing in on the players from team 16. That is SMK. I don't know what their plan is. Let me see what SMK is up to. They're also holding a compound. So for now, the game is going a little bit slow. I told you about this. When it is the semi-finals, everyone is trying to make it to the finale. Everyone is playing it too safe. No one wants to go for that push. No one is going for those. When you look at the qualifiers and the group stages, usually we have teams just playing it easy. We have them pushing each other. We have them engaging in early fights because it's just the qualifiers. It's just a group stage. We just need to make it to the semi-finale. So, of course, they're not going to be for themselves. But now in the semi-finale, teams are not really engaging that much. Teams are taking their time. We have XTC taking on the players there from Arab T esports. Oh, they okay. XTC just sitting next to where we have Creed, just basically telling him stories right now, just telling him, okay, how you doing, my guy? No hard feelings, but we're just having a good time here in the Star Rush Galaxy League Games Season 4. Amar now being aware that there's someone from RT right in front of him, waiting for a chance, waiting for him to make a mistake, but then his name is just Reckless. I don't think he's the same character as his name is just but a nickname. I've been saying people are calling themselves the name that go ahead with their gameplay, but I don't think that's the case for him right now. The players there from STK have been taken back to lobby one by one. RT players, Zaraki, are waiting patiently. Players from XTC, that is 10-11 original, are now waiting for a chance to get on the players from Arab T, but then they're also making it to the safe zone right now. Crusader does get knocked. They were not aware that Zaraki is behind them, watching them as they try to make it to the safe zone. Ninja getting knocked and Thacid as well. A revive should be taking place here from the teams there from XTC, because if they do not, it is getting a little bit small. The zone is getting smaller. The fight's about to get a little bit intense. Zaraki cooks up a nade. Is it a Kobe on the players from XTC? Amar does get damaged. The nade is too good, but he needs to cook up another nade because Amar is healing up right now. And if he does, probably he's going to try and throw his nades as well and just get a knock on his end. Crusader is finally up. The players from XTC, we have some damage there on top, boy. Oh, damn. Our team there, third party is from afar. The 21st century team are getting closer. Crusader exposing himself again, showing that he's back in the game, has been revived, has healed, and he's ready to take you guys on. But then is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Are they going to be able to take on these teams? The top team, they are getting taken down by the players from Blacklist. Let's go where they are because we don't want the players from top teams aside. Ooh, whose gun is that? Because what is that? The on-hit effect is too OP. Let's go, Blacklist, the player there. Ronaldo going for that push on Insane. He's right in front of Insane. That is his chance there to get a beautiful spray. Ronaldo has to get a task there. Of course, he's trying to get a task happening here. The players from Blacklist now are getting closer. They are going to feel that pressure because one of their teammates is already down. We cannot easily get the revive. Era is quite damaged, and a lot of fights are happening concurrently. We have the players from RTC getting on the player XTC, sorry, getting on the players from ART. So of course we're going to be seeing what happens there. But then we have top team taking on the team from Blacklist. We have Kwankus, they're getting spotted and there with the damage on Badu. Oh, Badu, you have to be careful. You don't want your fan to say you're not doing that thing. I mean, he's been here from the beginning of the game and he still wants to see you going ahead and doing that thing. Bendos as well and Badu watching this game just from afar. I don't know what they're going to do about it because Blacklist players do have the flank and so on. Because does get a knock and immediately he gets that knock. The first thing that comes in mind is to go for that push, but then luckily for him, his teammates as well had gone for that push and the player has been taken back to lobby. Let's see what happens here. SMK getting closer to where we have the S2K players. We have XTC Crusader coming from the back. Oh, what is that spray? XTC MR. Damn. He just got someone knocked from that buggy and now the zone is closing in. 5 teams remaining. SMK just watching the player there from XTC getting closer to them. Smokes are in now. Crusader trying to make his place as safe as possible. But then this is just him looking for a chance to get a nade getting thrown towards them. But are we going to be seeing a Kobe? That is a smoke, my guy. I don't think Crusader saw that. But then he's now throwing the nades in. He's throwing the nades, the smokes, just to make sure they're not aware of what is getting thrown towards them. The confusion, they're not sure if it is a smoke or it is a grenade. But what Crusader is doing right now is actually working because the players are there from SMK. SMK seem to be a little bit distracted because there's a team S2K in the compound watching them from afar and the damage will be there if they're not careful. XTC now closing in on them as well. But behind XTC you have a team as well coming behind them. That is the team, I believe it is 21st century. 21st century, we have S2K and we have the players of SMK. 5 teams remaining. S2K are watching from a compound. I don't know what their strategy is, but then the zone is not even with them anymore. The zone is actually where we have the players from 21st century. XTC might be able to go into the safe zone without getting noticed. But then for SMK, for the team like S2K, I don't know what their strategy is, but the zone is closing in on them and they need to start moving. Blacklist as well, they're not in the safe zone. They need to start moving as well. Emperor just looking at the players from S2K, trying to maybe get a loophole and get a knock on the players from S2K. But then is it going to be impossible or is it going to be possible? Blacklist, the zone is about to move. 1 second in and then now we are moving into the 7th phase of the zone. We know how damaging that is, but then SMK getting one of their players and knocked there. But XTC team is not moving a muscle. They are just going to wait for SMK to get closer to them. S2K as well are going to watch the other players from SMK. The beautiful spray there from Amar. S2K player is low, does get a knock there. Oh, interesting. He's actually very, very low, still getting knocks on the players from SMK right next to him. He's trying to heal up. The zone is closing in. The damage from the zone might be the thing that takes him all the way back to lobby. And it is another nade flies in. The players from XTC taking those knocks. SMK as well getting the knocks there from S2K. 4B77 trying to have something happening here, but then there's no one right next to him. Amar with a Kobe getting players there from S2K with 1 grenade. Crusader needs to be careful. He's down because there is a team coming right behind them. Blacklist team as well losing players 1 by 1. One Kuza still down, with just 1 person remaining that is gone. Getting closer to the teams from 21st century. He also needs to be on alert because there is a player from S2K that is 4B77. Might be able to hear the Blacklist player as he snakes out in the game. But if you do not have good earphones, I don't think you can hear the snakes happening right next to you. 4B77 cooking up a nade next to Crusader. Is it a Kobe? Let's see Crusader's POV because that nade just went in directly where he is. Doesn't get a knock, but then he is damaged. That does force him to retreat. Probot watching from afar might be able to get a knock there on XTC just as long as he decides to engage. Of course, you can see the players from XTC. Fast knock in again. S2K player 4B77 does get the knocks there on the players from XTC, getting Crusade all the way back to lobby, trying to cook up a nade here on the players from 21st Century right in front of him. He's just but a solo, but then being a solo doesn't mean anything. Amar cooking up nades towards them. Blacklist player gone as well. Is a solo waiting on the players from 21st Century Light to get closer. A nade might be the thing that stops the Light's career here on the snake infield. Damn, the damage. Blacklist player gone, exposes himself. Light throws in some mollies just to get some damage and gone now. And we have the zone becoming smaller by the minute. Teams are now going to be exposed. The 2 fights. Gone is low. The molly is, of course, able to get some damage on him there. 21st Century aimbot player might be having the best position right now. He can see Gone. The nades from his teammate are getting the damage, and unfortunately for the player from Blacklist, Gone has been taken back to lobby. 21st Century taking the last player back to lobby. I mean, the flank there from 21st Century. The Patience, they stayed in the same compound from the, I think, the 4th zone. They did not move a muscle, and that did actually get them a winner chicken dinner for their end. We have 21st Century getting a total of 7 eliminations. Second, we have XTC with 11. Okay. Third, you have Blacklist with 11 as well. S2K 4, 5 you have SMK 1, 6 you have STK 4, 7 you have Top 0, 8 you have ART 2, 9 you have Royal 7 3, 10 you have 3 C 6, 11 you have Vanguard 0, 12 you have Mau Esports 1, 13 SMD 5, 14 Dream Team 0, 15 Royal Academy 0, 16 Hash 2, 17 GAF 0, and then Generation Z with 2 eliminations. Going all out with 8 defeats, we have none other than XTC player Amar, best companion with 2 rescues, STK Scott, and the finisher with the final elimination, 21st Century player Pro Bot. Well, that is it for game number 3. We have one more game to go tonight, and we'll be calling it a night. So I'll be seeing you guys in a few. Just do the usual like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back.
I'm going on. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going on. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you
just said a few stories when my mic is off. Anyway, we are back. Last game of the night, and that is Miramar. Seems like today we are going to be eating a lot of dust, but then I mean, it is part of PUBG, right? You've not even played Rondo to eat all that dust yet. But as we enjoy the last game of the night in Miramar, make sure you're liking the live stream. Make sure the live stream matches, you know, the number of people watching. Share the live stream link. It is the last game of the night. And subscribe to the Star Rush Galaxy YouTube channel as we continue to enjoy the Star Rush Galaxy League games season 4. And looking at the flight path, it is coming from La Cobreria all the way to Puerto Paraíso. And it's looking quite fair because, as you can see, it's almost right in the middle of Miramar. So that means teams are going to be able to go to their landing spots and be able to get as much loot as possible. Crowns, welcome to the live stream. I just need my bonnet, you know. I don't own one. But yes, it is nice to have you around. It's nice to have a very, very impressive caster with us here in the games, and it's nice to have you around. And then PUBG again decides, well, people can land where they want, but then I decide where you go, and it is going to be the southwestern side of Miramar, where we're going to be having teams going all the way to Prison, or even Patona, and a lot of camping might just take place depending on where you land. Okay, just make sure you land at the best place you can get and loot up and be ready to enjoy your last game of the night in the semi-finale. So looking at what is happening right now, teams have gone to the landing spots. We already have a fight taking place. Neon already losing one of their players. I cannot see the rest of the players are from Neon. That means they did not land there, and they actually went towards the other teammates as well from Fire. So that's actually interesting. It seems like they tried to split, but then that really didn't work out for them. Pain Africa taking on a fight. I'm going to be taking a look at what is happening on that side and what they're up to. So Pain Africa, one of the players, Pony, is already down. I don't know what happened to Pain Africa. I know Pain Africa is a very good team, to be honest, and I don't know what to be there. I don't really know what's going to happen. But then again, we have Neon. They're losing players to Fire again. Seeing Pain Africa looking to have a fight here against Vanguard. Artist, Toxic, Krish, and Monkey are not going to be taking on the players from Pain Africa. The revive on Pony might just happen depending on what Artist does there. But then unfortunately, he wasn't able to spot Tackers as he went for that revive. So Pony might just be able to continue in this race for the final game of the night. We have the Royal Academy team as well taking on a fight. Let me go where we have the Royal Academy team. Well, let's see what they're up to as well and what they want to do. But Impala looks a little bit crowded right now. We have SMK. We have Royal Academy as well in the same place. Quite a split here because two of the players from Royal Academy. We have Amar. We have what? Crusader and Bego. What is happening? Why are people calling themselves 10-11 names? Because Royal Academy has the names from 10-11 players, right? And then we have XTC, and then we have Royal 7. Let me just see. Unless I'm tripping, man. Unless I'm tripping, yeah, because even Royal 7 has the same names. Is something happening that I'm not aware of? If Bego and his teammates are up to something, they need to tell me, man. Because there's no way I'm getting this confused. How are 3 teams having the same name? Only that the logo, not the logo, but the tag, of course, and the logos are different. But then the names are the same. What is not happening? 10-11, tell me, when did you become this famous? I have to reach out. I know who I'm going to ask. Smoker. So Neon Rising seems to be losing players as well. Top engaging in a fight. I don't know where the top fans are tonight, but then your team is not really doing that much. They're losing fights, unfortunately, quite unexpected, because yesterday they were having a good day, but then tonight is not really a good day for them. Something does happen there at the end of the day. So let's have a quick look at what is happening here and what Team 24 is up to as they go against the players from RE. Patrick getting closer to their teammates. That is Brass and Sousa. Oh, nice name. What is Sousa? We have 6 there going for that push. 2 players right in front of him. Molly's go in. Do you have anyone getting cooked? One of the players already is down. Brass was not well. He was right maybe hide there and probably got an explosion. What happened? That knock, to be honest, not make any sense because both players were stagnant. But then the knock on the player from STK is what registered, so I don't really know what transpired there. But then we have Patrick going in for that push, tries to get the pre-fires here as he goes for that push because it is a DBS pushing. You have to be careful. The DBS, one good shot from the DBS and you are down all the way back to lobby. The revive is taking place. He needs to be careful with Patrick as well because this guy is up. The damage is in. Patrick is low for the STK player, and GG's on that. Beautiful jump shots there from the player from RE, that is Patrick, taking the two players from STK all the way back to lobby. And now we have more players are joining in, that is a Scott as well, holding a shotgun. I don't know what is happening. The competitive these days is a shotgun harvest. Everyone is now a shotgun player. Everyone can handle the S1, everyone can handle the S4K, the DPS, the S6. And I don't know how that is happening or when these things changed. But then it looks a little bit interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. And we have a push here on a Reaper, trying to get a push on the players from RE, but then unfortunately he's outnumbered and has been taken back to lobby. GG's to STK. But that is the end of the road for you guys tonight when it comes to day 3 of the semi-finals. I believe it is the last day of the semi-finale. Pain Africa taking on the players from Vanguard, taking them down one by one. What? Only one player from Vanguard, that is Artist, has been taken back to lobby. The rest of the team players are still in the game. For Pain Africa as well, they have lost one of the players, that is Venom. So it is a very fair fight right now. It is a 3v3. And it's going to be a matter of who does the right calls, who gets the right nades in, who has the right mollies in, who gets the fast knock, and the chance to go in before this team does get to get their composure back. Because as soon as one of their players is knocked, that means you get a little bit confused, you get a little bit panicked, because now you're scared you're going to be losing this player, and as well you're going to get pushed. And are we going to be having enough time to get the revive and still go ahead and engage in this fight? Pain Africa player Pony there does try to get a beautiful flank here on the players from Vanguard. I don't know what their plan is, but they need to be careful. They have been spotted their Pony in the fastest straight, fast knock in. Almost getting Monkey, he's also low, but then he's Krish because both of them are getting damaged by the zombie. Is actually very low. Second knock in, last player in, and now we have a wipe there from Pain Africa getting on the players from Vanguard. I don't know, the cover there was perfect from Fireboy. I mean, as long as you trust your teammates, the push can easily happen. You don't need to feel scared or anything along that line. Guys, do you have this line on your left? Please tell me that there's this line on your games and I'm not the one tripping, because there's a line on the left side of my game. I think I should restart after the games. Probably it is a disconnect thing and then it came there, but I need to see what happens on that side. Ashraf, Wagwan, match 14. We have Dream Team there taking on the players from SWAT, another strong team. Our first game, we were actually surprised there in Miramar what SWAT could do. Crazy and his teammate are actually team players that you need to be on alert on, especially that one guy called Eclipse, a very, very planned player. He knows when to engage. He's confident. He's calm. Is it going to be another time for him to do again the same thing he did on game 1? Cooking up a pre-nade on the player from Dream Team. Do we have a Kobe on this guy? The nade doesn't really connect, but then he's ready to cook up another nade. Does go for that push, fast not in. I told you I have to be careful about Eclipse. Let's try to get it out there. He's low. Oh, Storm. Nah, but Eclipse had it. Look at Storm's HP there. You have to look at that. I mean, nah, ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. They love you. Bego, what do they love about you now? Explain. I don't love 10-11. They lied. They said, oh, we are sending you match to Kenya. Oh, I've never had a delivery on my door with a jersey written 10-11. I was told you're rebranding and get a jersey. We are still here. Same conversation. Oh, it will come to Kenya. Oh, let me keep quiet. I am just damaged. But we have the blacklist players as well, taking on the FireOut E-sports, are taking them down, almost taking all of them all the way back to lobby. We can see the knocks on their end. So let's see what's happening on the RT side and what is not happening as well on their opponents. You have Zaraki trying to scope out the place. Did not have anyone right next to them. Probably going to the zone might just be the best thing to do right now, because once this zone gets smaller, the damage is going to be there. We are just in the second phase of the zone. A few minutes in, we're going to be going to the third phase of the zone, so you need to be in the safest place possible. Focus to another team because 10-11, I say they don't have to give me a jersey. Let me talk to SRG. They'll give me a jersey. You think it's just... Let me keep quiet. I don't want to be emotional. Crown send me a bonnet. Anyway, I'm not sad. Pain Africa taking on the players from Fire. We can see a lot of fights happening there. Fire losing players of the team that is Pain Africa. Some of them have been taken back. Lobby. Is it what's the name? Neres? Man, the Kenyan in Nika. But then let's go. They knocked out with the S12K. I mean, what is that? Pain Africa losing the fight. They're on Fire. But then you have to talk about this guy called Neres, because that name is too hard to say, but then the skills there from that guy are too good to be true. We have the players that there from Hush are watching from afar. Some damage has been registered on the players from Fire that are not knocked yet on his end. Spy. Is it Psy or Spy? Yes. Is now getting spotted there by one of the players from Hush. Two players remaining on Hush's side. That is Abu Bakar and Insane. So probably going to the zone right now will be the best thing for them. As the zone is getting smaller, the damage will increase. Teams are going to start losing players to the zone. I don't know what is going to be happening there. I don't know how they're going to recover from that. But yeah, they need to probably start going towards the safe zone right now. 3 Crowns E-sportz as well are losing players to the zone. You can see Cloudy are getting knocked there by the zone. It is getting a little bit more damaging. But before they figure out why they're playing outside the zone, let's have a quick look at FireOut E-sportz. They have a team right next to them, and that is RE. Are we going to be seeing a beautiful fight here, a beautiful clutch on this end? Because we're yet to see more of those clutches. Blacklist losing players to FireOut E-sportz. Creed seems to be getting the revenge on his teammates who were taken back slowly by Blacklist initially, and they need to get their kills back up. And looking at Mao, Parks there has been taken back slowly. GG's on that end. Mao losing players now. One of them is already down, and they getting cooked up. Do you have a Kobe on the roll? He can see him going up. Is it a Kobe? The nade. Man, there's something about a perfect nade. There is just something about that perfect nade. But yeah. Why? I'm always spectating top now. Rest. Yes, the live has a delay, actually 5-minute delay. By the time you guys get to where I am, I'm probably almost ending the live stream. We have RE Patrick, their last player remaining from his team, getting a push there on back. The players from FireOut E-sportz, but an Aatrox with the pre-fire does get the last player, taking him all the way back to lobby. The zone is now closing in. Second phase, going to the third phase. You can see what is happening. Teams are losing players 1 by 1. 13 teams remaining. 3 Crowns E-sportz still in the game. Hash Abu Bakar and his teammates still trying to get the knocks. They're on fire. They need to start moving because that zone might be too damaging for them. Tactical team, Torfino and his teammate, that is Ben Baby, need to move as well. The zone is closing in. They need to be on the move. FireOut E-sportz as well. At least they were able to get at least one elimination from the end towards Blacklist, because the other players were not taken by the FireOut E-sportz. Blacklist initially had another fight before them, and now one person remains standing from Blacklist, that is Van Cruz, and I'm hoping he's planning to camp it out, because you need your points up as much as possible. Last day for the semi-finale to the finals, money on the line. I mean, man, you have to think it through, you know. You have to think it through. You have to do your thing there and get your points up as much as possible, even if it is placement points or it is what's this, skill points. Just make sure your points are up. That's all you need. Yes, exactly. Crowns, man, yo, I need this. I need that jersey. You cannot tell me you're sending a jersey, and till today there's nothing. Hey, let me wear the SRG jersey, because they'll give me the, you know. Hey. Hashtag cancel 10-11. Let's get it. But then we can see what's happening there. Fire taking on the players from Hush. One of the teammates already is down. That is Neres, has been taken down by the players from Hush. They need to get closer to the zone right now, because I don't think this fight is worth it Losing players outside the zone is not really the best thing to be in right now, but probably that's maybe what they want to do. They need their points up, so they're choosing to stick here and get to engage in this fight. So entertain us. So Hash Abu Bakar and his teammates, that is insane, are now waiting on the players from Fire just to see how they're going to be taking them all the way back to lobby. And we don't know how that's going to happen. Insane just chilling in the vehicle, waiting for a chance, waiting for them to make a mistake. They're not aware of his position right now. I mean, it is the IQ for me. As long as they cannot see me, I'm safe. Because why is he just chilling? Like, literally not even moving a muscle, sitting in a vehicle, waiting for the teammate from Fire to make a mistake, and then he can go for that and get a knock. And you can see exactly what is happening there. Abu Bakar getting a knock and an immediate thirst here on the player from Fire. 2 players remaining, that is Nan and Ners. Oh my days. Oh my days. My tongue, I'm going to bite it off, but no. We're just going to let that team be for now before they come up with a better strategy, because as of now they're just engaging outside the zone, getting damaged, but nothing is really happening on that end. Looking at Mao Esports now engaging in a fight. One of their players, the Demonic, is down, being taken back slowly. Generation Z, a team I've not seen being very active. I don't know what's happening to Gen Z, but they need to do that thing, because I know them, man. I have seen Generation Z at their best. I was told this before. Gen Z is basically mercenary elite, and we all know mercenary elite, guys. We know how good they are. So I don't know what is happening. I don't know if the league is that hard. SRG League Season 4. I mean, Season 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm here in the Season 4 level, and I don't know how heavy these teams are. I mean, we have people impersonating 10, 11, and we are cancelling them. We are cancelling 10, 11. Hey, yes, cancel them for false jersey promise. Yes, now, yes, I am with you. We are cancelling because they did not send us jerseys. They said, hey, we are going to send you that jersey. Oh, my days. My days, 2 years, 2 years. Even if it was coming by someone walking on foot, it would have arrived in Kenya, but it is not here. Hey, cancel 10-11, all right? But we have 3 Crowns Esports right next to a team there. The players from Rail 7 might be forced to engage there. Cloudy trying to get some damage on his end. Seems like he was revived there. Initially, he was knocked by the zone because they lacked meds, but then he's finally up and ready to engage more. Generation Z taking on the players from Mao Esports. Zaki being taken down. Oh, Mao Esports taking on the players from Generation Z. You have a push there. And even before I could understand what is happening, the players are from Generation Z immediately took out the players from Mao Esports. Is it me or the esports room cards have been upgraded? And you can see a lot from the stats. You can see an elimination point for the player. I can see it down here. I can see the damage. As well as I'm able, when the kill elimination feed comes in, it looks different. So, yeah. Black doesn't have the jersey and he's a player. Cancel 10-11. We are cancelling 10-11 because they lied to us. They said they're sending jerseys, but don't worry, SRG's got us. I know if I tell them I need a jersey, I know I'll get something pretty, you know. You know how their graphics are usually pretty. We've seen the SRG graphics for their posters and everything. So I'm imagining how pretty a jersey on SRG's side will be. Then we have the Royal Academy players taking on the 3C team. Maguel in there has been spotted, but then we have Quila, man with a beautiful name. I actually like saying Quila. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a real name in Nigeria or it is just a nickname, but then the name actually sounds nice. We have Nexus again getting closer to the players from Royal Academy Crusade, also been taken back slowly. And we have another player there. He goes. I've been spotted. Tries to try to get some damage here on the PC, but then as well as getting covered. Oh, Cloudy is lucky. His teammate Nexus again is getting some cover on Bago's side, and he's able to get an easy knock on Cloudy, and has to really say thank you to his teammate. Now we have just Amar and Raisin as the only one remaining from their team. The damage on Amar is actually very, very much high. 3C having one of the players, Magrelian, getting knocked, and now for Aizen, the best thing to do is just get closer to 3C because your teammate is low, and then without you getting closer and trying to give the cover and trying to be there for them, there is no way that your team is going to survive this if you're not working together. You have seen what Nexus again there has done. He's basically covering his teammates, the push as it happens. He's getting as much damage as possible on the players before they can go for that push on their team. So that should be the strategy as well for the players from Royal Academy, but then they decide to call themselves like 10-11. So we are canceling 10-11. Anyway, wow, it is hot in Nairobi, Kenya. Feels like, I don't know. But yeah, we have the Dream Team still holding on the same place. Nothing is happening on their end. They are safe for now, and no fights happening yet. You have Fire holding a compound as well. We have Arabic E-sports holding a compound, a Tribe as well, keeping it low. They don't want to engage. A Dream Team keeping it low. Every single team right now is playing safe. Real 7 as well playing itself. 3C needs to move because the players from Royal Academy have decided to go far away from them as well. Generation Z is doing a rotation here on the safe zone just to pick the best place to hold, but then for now there is no best place to hold because teams are literally everywhere. You can see a team there already enclosing them, getting closer to them. You have the Royal 7 team getting closer to the Dream Team. They're not aware there is a team holding in this compound, but then they have to scout that before they can do anything. Crusader and his teammate there, Brown, just moving around with the baggies, scouting out the place to see if there's anyone. But because there's a baggie outside this building, that is of course a given. There's a team right next to 3C as well coming closer. Royal 7 is a damage there on McGrellin. Finally, they basically went away from each other, and then what are the odds? They just met again a few meters later. So that means the flank did not really happen there. The flank they expected to happen did not really happen towards them. We have McGrellin there going closer to the players from Royal 7 as they retreat and go far away from them as well. Brown and his teammate Crusader just doing the scouting for their team, are trying to find the perfect place to be in, because as the zone closes in, a lot happens on their end. We have the player here from Blacklist, that is a One Cruz, last player standing from his team. Of course, the best thing for him right now is just to hold it out and camp it out and wait for a chance. If he can get to steal the knocks in the game, then why not? But then for now, his strategy should be a holding and waiting, get as many placement points as possible for his team before he can engage and get more kill points as well for his team. Looking at now 3C getting closer to where we have the Dream Team. Finally, some fight we have been waiting for. Peter tries to change his position here, but then 3C is a full team, and for them they're just a trio. I don't know how they're going to be taking this, but then Quilla cooks up a nade on Peter. The nade there might have just hurt the forehead, but then the nade has connected. We have a Kobe there on Peter. Second knock on Storm, leaving just one person remaining. That is sad. It is sad because you can see where he's holding, basically screwed up in a corner, waiting for something to happen. Snakes in just to make sure he cannot be hurt. There is no movement. He goes on, stands. That means your movement is now clear. And I don't know what he's planning to do, but he's trying to hook up a nade here, waiting for the players from 3C to get closer to him, maybe get a pre-nade, a beautiful pre-nade, getting a couple of knocks on the 3C team. But then for 3C right now, they are getting closer to him. They're not aware of his position. They're just looting up. But for Sadis, he patiently doesn't want to expose himself. Blacklist player as solo, choosing to engage in a fight, does get a knock on the Tribe team. And what's happening on Tribe side is that they are just but a duo. Lebanon is already down and easy. I don't know if it's easy because that Chinese thing, I cannot say it. But then he's the only one standing from his team, smoked up the whole place, trying to be safe from the last player from Blacklist as he goes for that rotation. And last player from Sad has been taken back to lobby. Oh, look at Blacklist player One Cruz. Oh my days. Chest pains. Oh my days. Oh my days. But it's fine. Sometimes the pressure just gets to you, and all you can do is just let it go. Let it go. Sometimes it's not worth it, you understand? Try player, they're getting damaged, tries to make it to the zone. The damage is high, and we have the player there from RFT Esports taking him all the way back to lobby. Zone is closing in. We have teams like RFT Esports far out in the zone. It is getting smaller. Sixth phase of the zone. The damage is of course very, very high on the blue zone, but they are needed to move. Again, do you guys have this line on your left side of your screen? Please, I'm asking as a distressed caster, please, send help. I miss an egg getting cooked up. Crusader trying to cook up some Kobe's on the players from 3C. Right next to him, Fire's Fire team getting on a fight against the Hush team. They actually survived till the end. Initially, Hush had camped it out, waiting for a team to make a mistake, but then nothing really happened on their end, and now they're still in the game, getting the knocks there, and are still trying to get as many placement points as possible. Bego from Royal 7 is quite low. They are trying to get a push here on the players from 3 Crowns Esports. You have Killer just getting a flank. They're getting closer to them as well. If someone is not at the right place at the right time, this might not be the best time to be comfortable, because anything can happen on your end. So 3C player Quilla has to be on toes, because there's a team on the right side, there is a team on the left side, and there's a team right in front of them, and that is the Generation Z. We don't know how that's going to play out, but we have Creed. They're going for that push at S12K in. Oh my days, S12K. I will have to see Cloudy go gets a fast knock in. Creed taking his sweet time. Doesn't want this to go wrong at all. Doesn't want to mess this up. He wants to take that one guy. That's who is this player with a reflex? Come on, let's go, McGrelin. Does get a reflex on this guy. Take him down, and he's trying to go for that push, for that fast. He does get it. Cloudy is still down. The players from 3C have to move. The zone is closing in. Last player, Ninja from Area 3, has been taken back to lobby. The zone is getting smaller. Generation Z taking on the players right next to him. Roll 7, the copycats for 10-11, losing players 1 by 1. Generation Z taking them all the way back to lobby. Fire Esports as well, right beneath where we have Generation Z. A fight might just transpire here as well. 3C losing players. McGrelin is down. Quilla is in lobby, and we have smokes there from Fire as they're trying to get a push here happening on them. Nexus again might not be able to do anything much to cover his teammates, seeing how the zone is shifting. Everyone needs to make it to the safe zone. Zaraki is still low, does get to heal up, but Anid is getting hooked up on his end. Is it a Kobe? Does get spotted by Fire there. The damage is actually really good, and the last player from FireOut E-sports has been taken back to lobby by Fire. We just have now 3 teams remaining. 3 Crowns Esports, Generation Z. What will be their strategy now? They are getting closer to each other. 3C players, McGrelin and Nexus again versus the Fire duo, and also the trio from Generation Z. Finally, Generation Z living up to their name. They haven't gotten a chicken dinner in the semi-finale. Probably they got chicken dinners on the day 1 semi-finale, but then yesterday and today have not seen the chicken dinners on their end. But probably this might just be the last game that gives them the chicken dinner that they deserve. Fire Esports are waiting on the players from Generation Z to get closer to them. The players from 3C as well are waiting on the players from Generation Z to make a mistake. And you have Nexus again trying to smoke up the place, saving up his nade because he might need it in the last fights. But is it going to be that one Kobe that gives them the winner chicken dinner? Nexus again waiting on the players from Fire. The damage on Generation Z, Zeus has been registered. I mean, everyone right now is trying to get as much points as possible. It is the kill points, it is the placement points, it is the last day for the semi-finale. Nexus again, they are getting closer to the players from Generation Z. Kevin and his team will be waiting patiently for him to make a mistake. Fire is not moving a muscle. I mean, literally, they are not moving a muscle. And Nexus again and McGrelin snaking their way into the safe zone. Fire right in front of them. Oh, he has the smoke thing. The smoker thrower. He has it, so probably he's feeling safe there in terms of smokes. I don't know if that's going to be enough. But then the zone is now finally shifting. In less than a minute, we're going to be seeing who's going to be the winner. Is it going to be Fire? Is it going to be Generation Z? Or is it going to be 3 Crowns Esports taking on the win for the last game of the night in Erangel? We have Fire there trying to get a push on the left of PC. Nexus again with a nade that does get some damage on hand. And then he's waiting for that push. The damage is in. And we have one person, one guy taking on the players from 3C, and that is McGrelin. And the Nexus again have been wiped out by Fire. None. And now 2 teams remain, Generation Z and Fire. We have Thomas and Kevin and Kazuz getting closer to Fire. The nades are going in. A lot of pressure coming on that side. Thomas does go for that push, but then who is this? There's with the S12K. I mean, that guy. And oh, Kobe there from Kevin. And now one person remains from Fire, but then I mean, Generation Z finally, I think they had me say, we know how good they are, just that they have not given us a chicken dinner yet, and that means the game has finally come to an end, and Generation Z finally live up to their name. GG's to you, Generation Z, getting your chicken dinner and 9 eliminations. Second, we have Fire with 10 eliminations. The third, we have 3C with 11. Fourth, we have ART 6. 5, we have Royal 7 with 1. 6, Hush with 3. 7, you have Tribe with 2. 8, you have Blacklist with 2. 9, you have Dream Team 3. 10, Royal Academy 1. 11, Mao Esports 6. 12, SMK 0. 13, Tactical Team 0. 14, RE 5. 15, Pain Africa 5. 16, SWAT 2. 17, Top 2. 18, you have Vanguard 1. 19, STK 2. And then we have 20, Neon with just 0 eliminations. Going all out for the last game of the night with 60 feet, we have Fire. Yes, Neres. We have Best Companion and 2 rescues as Psy. And finisher with the final elimination as Generation Z player Kevin. Well, that is it for tonight's semi-finale games. I believe we're going to be starting the finale soon enough. But for now, it is the end of the semi-finals. I have been your host, Mitch Gaming. I hope you guys have enjoyed the games. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. For now, you guys have yourselves a lovely night. And remember to spread some love. Bye.